My name is Emily Reed, and for as long as I can remember, I have known of a man called the Doctor. I have all of his memories and I know everything that ever happened in his life. I can recall all the good things and the bad things that he has done, and I can see all of his incarnations wandering the universe in a big blue box. For years I waited for the day when I would meet him, but I also knew that one day I would become one of the lucky few people who would play a part of his life. And then the day came. 1st of July. Is it going to be gone for a while? See ya.
Yeah, see. Hello, wait, what? Ah! Oh, damn it.
But despite the fact that I already knew what was going to happen, I didn't really care. I was going to experience what it was like to be with him.
Doctor!
Come on.
Listen to me! Oof. Ow! Set your screwdriver to a frequency of 500 hertz.
But it only does 450.
The extra 50 can only be activated using a psychic wavelength.
Right.
Just think it.
Thanks for that.
No problem. What was it?
It's a stray satellite from the planet Somtar. They're for defense purposes only. Quite how it got this far out is beyond me.
Yeah, that was it.
But that all seems rather insignificant compared to the fact that you know me. I mean, you're a local human with no...
I have all your memories, Doctor.
And yet, you still came looking for me.
But how can I know about you?
It is the most intriguing enigma, but if you know everything about me, you would know that I more or less often travel with someone.
Yeah.
Then why don't we try and solve this conundrum together?
We went to so many places together and saw so many things. He even took me to his home world. It's considered an honour of the highest degree for a non-Gallifreyan to visit the Citadel. It's so beautiful. But then things took a turn for the worse. We faced Zero, a phantom from the edge of the universe. It consumed light and warmth across entire galaxies until there's nothing left but ash and dust.
Doctor, do you really think you can stop this? I've engulfed countless lives into darkness and not faced opposition. I expected to find you, but you were never there to save anyone. The screams, Doctor, if you were only there to hear them.
Some events have to happen.
All I ask for is your ship. Its almost unlimited supply of Heartron energy would be enough to satisfy me.
I will not sacrifice the TARDIS. Please, let me help you in some other manner.
You are a fool, Doctor. You shall die in vain at my hands. Your friend will become like me, and your ship's Heartron energy will be mine.
Then I shall do what is deemed necessary.
Not even that crystal has enough energy to stop me.
Indeed, you are correct. But it is not the crystal that will stop you. Now then, let's get this over with. You see, I kept a mental note of this precise place and time we are in, so eventually I would come back with the same crystal and enter existence.
What you said about the crystal not being strong enough before was true. However, with the same crystal elapsing its own time stream, we can produce not only the same amount of energy, but also a paradox in the exact same instance.
What happened?
Don't worry, he'll be fine. You've been concerned for a while. Emily, allow me to introduce myself. Well, at least myself from the future.
It's good to see you again.
I saw loneliness in his eyes like I hadn't seen before with the incarnation I was with.
I'm so sorry.
He knew what was going to happen to us, and it was unforgivable.
Leave him alone. You've done enough already.
What I asked Doctor is your essence. Just think how easy it would for you if you just let it go.
You don't know what you're dealing with. You wouldn't be able to handle.
Stop! Stop this now!
This is my final form. I cannot die now. Not until the time is right. I'm sorry. Everything from now on is going to get far more dangerous. And I can't have you in harm's way.
I'll be fine.
You nearly died. And I can't have that sort of responsibility right now.
You're really doing this? No, I understand. Goodbye, Doctor.
You are the last remaining Daleks that I will ever face. That's right. Every single attack, every single genocide and massacre in your species' miserable existence has been dealt with by me.
Emergency!
And just think in your last minute that all the generations of Daleks before and after your lifespan have been vanquished by my hands. This is the end of your failed being once and for all.
We've been expecting you, Doctor.
Lord President Light, Keeper of Time.
It's odd, Doctor, that you would visit in such a time.
Yes, well, I never really agreed with what your generation did to yourselves. Genetic enhancement. That's how the Cybermen started.
It's for defense use only. But this isn't an honour visit, is it, Doctor? The prophecies say that the Doctor, in his last hour of his life, will present himself in the Citadel with the question. I ask, why should we answer? You refuse to cooperate with this council as you did with the last. But yet you expect something from us.
Wasn't re-establishing Gallifrey with a new generation of uncorrupt Time Lords good enough for you?
You're still interfering with planets outside of Gallifreyan jurisdiction. That's against...
Zereth. Who is he?
Zereth. According to the history of the ancient world, he was a Time Lord of unparalleled wisdom and intellect. His knowledge led him to insanity, causing a desire to have domination over all the cosmos. The first time war erupted to stop him from controlling it. It ended with his binding and imprisonment. Why do you ask?
I saw him. During my initiation through the Untempered Schism. And he spoke to me. I ran so far and hid. I suppressed the memory of him. But the evil presence continued to linger. It was one of the reasons why I took a TARDIS. To see if the haunting would stop. Eventually it did, but it was too late. My childhood love of the universe kept me from coming back.
Your intuition and yearning to devise your own rules made you the perfect prey for him. Revealing himself to you made you want to travel the universe. And in doing so, changed everything.
And if I were to cease to exist?
The universe would fall into chaos.
If he wanted me erased, he would have done it by now.
He may want to confront you.
But why?
I think the only way we can do this, old friend, is if you pay him a visit.
But where was he imprisoned?
That information was destroyed in the last Great Time War. Lord Rassilon wouldn't have risked the enemy getting hold of his location and possibly using it to their advantage. However, the prophecy says that the girl who knows all has the coordinates to his exact location.
Emily.
Doctor! Your essence. Zeref will try and use it against you. I will not risk that build-up of pure darkness getting close to him.
And risk what it potentially could become upon Gallifrey.
For the sake of the universe, it will be safe with us.
Where is he? Where is the Doctor?
I don't know, but far away from you.
Doctor? I thought you eventually...
I've grown impatient with his time. So you must be Emily. The Doctor sent me to help you.
Peter, you're a time agent who helped the Doctor with his last fight with the Master.
He's mentioned me before.
Something like that.
Wait. This is James's house.
You know him?
Yeah. I'm a friend of his.
I've just moved in. He's gone out, you've just missed him.
The Doctor told me to give you this. The coordinates to where he is have already been preset. All you need to do is press the button.
Hopefully this will take me to Gallifrey.
Since when was Gallifrey free of the Time Lord?
It was not long after you left him, but it was at cost.
His essence. Am I right? He never did explain what he meant by that.
Essentially his soul, his inner being. Do you know where this will take me?
I have no idea. But before you go, what happened to the Master? When I was there, he
The
seemed...
Master's safe now.
Emily, don't worry. She'll be alright. She always is.
Where am I? I was given the choice. I made the wrong decision. My master, his name was Zareth, the Constant. He is imprisoned in the Constant. He is after...
Doesn't make any sense. It's not possible to get to the Constant by any means.
Ah, Emily, allow me to introduce myself. Well, at least myself from the future.
It's good to see you again. I'm so sorry. Where did you get a vortex manipulator from?
It was Peter. He gave it to me.
Yes. I think I understand how you came about to know all my memories.
Really?
What are the coordinates to the constant?
0952366JZ.
And how did you know that?
I have your memory of me telling you.
And that's everything you need to know. It's called memory share. It's a Time Lord trick, only meant for very small memories, but I'm about to do it on a colossal scale. There. I have sent all my memories down through your own personal time stream. Into yourself when you were a child. No more knowing my future.
Well, what do we do now?
All part of the plan. Now then. I'm sending Peter the coordinates to find you, along with the ones needed to get you here.
Constant. What is it?
It was the infinite state that reality was before the universe was created. It's nothing, Emily, which is why it's the most perfect prison for him. Well then. Final stop. I really hate goodbyes.
What do you mean? Are we gonna get out of this? Aren't we?
I'm so sorry. There. No human, no TARDIS, not even a screwdriver. Just you and me, as you wanted. Now, what is it that you want from me? Okay, Emily, listen carefully. I've created a telepathic link between us via the TARDIS. I'm sorry I sent you away for a second time, but it's part of my plan. Zareth wants me for something. I don't know what it is, but it won't be good. Now, when I say so, use the sonic screwdriver on the TARDIS. It will send Heartron energy straight to Zareth, which should weaken him enough for me to stop him.
But what about you?
I've lived too long a life, but if we fail, I wouldn't have lived at all.
Doctor?
It's okay. Everything has its time, and everything eventually ends. You could have erased me as a child when you appeared to me at the Untempered Schism. Yet you waited for the equal amount of time relative to the duration of my life, because you wanted me right here, right now. Now if you're going to remove me from time, I think I deserve a few answers.
I offer you a choice. I was the one who made you become who you are. And as payment, you must admit your will and existence to me and become my subordinate.
Zero. You did the same to him.
He was exposable, But you, Doctor, would make a valuable accomplice.
And in return, everything I ever did remains intact.
Do we have an accord?
I will not let everything I've ever done be lost.
You are a wise man, Doctor. Let it consume your very essence. You will have a new purpose. We can take revenge on the Time Lords and rule Gallifrey together. Just let the darkness consume your essence.
Except, I don't have my essence.
It's beautiful, don't you think?
The longer a life is, the harder it is to accept death.
The less of a consistent identity one has. The thing that's been keeping you going is your title. Without that, your poison essence and age would eventually make you forget who you were. Although you would still be alive, the Doctor just goes dead. And eventually, you'd fall into the hands of Zeolith.
You're right. Take it. Look, Zeolith. Look at all my previous incarnations, all of them, look! I knew you would try to use the darkness from within myself to try and tempt me to work with you. So I've entrusted it to a friend.
Then you have chosen to cease to exist.
No. I choose death. Okay, it's time, Emily. What are you waiting for? Emily!
Doctor?
I have lived to protect the universe. But more importantly, I have died as the Doctor.
Emily,
I recognise you. You're a friend of the Doctor's.
you live up to your name. The girl who knows all.
What can I help you with?
I wanted to meet the last companion of the Doctor.
It was understandable.
The new Time Lord era has a different purpose. We will now act as guardians of the universe. The Doctor trusted me, but I need your help. I know I'm not him, but I would love it if you could come join me.
Is it the same one?
No, this is not the Doctor's TARDIS. The Doctor's TARDIS has found its final resting place.
It's kind of broken.
It could be repaired. There's a standard Type 32.
How do you make sure we won't run into him?
Well, I've been thinking of that, you see. And I noticed with the Doctor there was always one thing. That one thing that never changed. Not throughout all of time and space. Not ever. There was one thing that was always fixed.
Which was?
He was an idiot. Seriously. His navigation system had like a grain of salt of what the universe is. The universe is so much bigger, so much wider, so much more beautiful. There are so many things not even seen by the Doctor himself. And I want to go see them. And it'd be good if you could come with me. As the doctor said, run.
You broke the promise.
No!